Every business is a funnel business. Even McDonald's, Pepsi Cola, CNN, Barnes and Noble, and every business, you name it, is a funnel business. When you speak with a client or a prospect, type of question they ask, how they open up the question, that tells you which part of the funnel your client belong to. Some may be a wrong level assigned to it. You may have sold the wrong product to them. They should not be in that part of the business at all. To help us to understand this in a simplified fashion, today with me is the Larry King of virtual marketing and a mastermind facilitator, Alex Mandossian by phone. Welcome, Alex. Let's dive into this. Alex, tell us what's a funnel and give us some brief overview before we dive into.
So every level of a funnel has a question assigned to it. In fact, every level to a funnel has a purpose. Now, when you look at level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, you have a 6-level funnel, or 6 tiers, T-I-E-R, levels. And each of those levels have their own client path and have their own campaign that you're running. Most people call those things funnels, but they're not. The funnel is the overall big picture of what your company sells. And every business is a funnel marketing business. McDonald's has a funnel. Barnes & Noble bookstores has funnels. Pepsi-Cola and Coca-Cola, they have funnels. CNN, newscasting organization, they have funnels, right? So everybody has a funnel. It's just a matter of what you put at each level. So at level 1 through 6, if you have a 6-level funnel, I found that people ask questions when they come in at those levels, and some of these people can be very dangerous because if they ask certain questions, you know that they are not the ones who are going to be your high-end clients.
Great, Alex. Now we understand the funnel. What's a typical question we get from a prospect who are at level 1?
I'll give you an example. At level 1, the typical question that someone asks is where? Where do I go? Where do I put in my email and my first name? Where am I going to find what I'm looking for? Where? Where is that website? So that's the question that people ask when they come in. Typically, they may be getting a newsletter. Where was that quote in the newsletter? Or maybe if they get a trial software, where do I put in my code? They keep asking where. Now, everything I teach doesn't work 100% of the time, but I know that there's a tendency to hear the question where at level 1.
That makes a perfect sense. What's the question we get on level 2?
Now, level 2 is the most dangerous of the 6 tiers in a 6-level funnel. And the level 2 question is when. When am I getting paid? Now, these people have paid more to come into your funnel, but they're asking, when am I going to get a return on investment? When am I going to get to meet the person you said I'd get to meet? When? When am I going to get the next lesson? When does this end? When does it start? When? These are the most entitled people, and I found that level 2, because they paid more than level 1, usually level 1 is either free or a very small dollar amount in US dollars, less than $20 typically. And level 2, they're paying somewhere between, in an annual basis, somewhere between $100 to even $800, sometimes $1,000. You know, it depends on your funnel. They keep asking when, and when you hear when I want you to run. Run in the opposite direction, or do what you can to get them to the next level.
I wish I have learned that one years ago. Let's keep going. So what's the question we get at the level 3?
That's how. Now, people in the how level, that's when they ask the question, how do I do this? How does that work? How is it that this works this way at this time and that way at that time? You see, I'm generalizing, but they ask how. And why do they ask how? It's because this is the do-it-yourself level. In the U.S., we call it DIY. This is the do-it-yourself course, because you're getting the entire course, and they want to know how things work. And these are how-to people. They love reading manuals. How. I love how people, because I've made a lot of money from how people, and I'm a how-to teacher. In fact, this lesson that I'm teaching you right now, if it's new to you, it's a how-to, right? So you may be asking yourself, how do I do this? Now, you graduate from where to when. Hopefully you don't spend too much time in when. then how.
Alex, you are making it so easy to understand all this. Let's keep going. What's the question we get at level 4 of the funnel?
The next level is what I have coined. I've created this term called done with you, and that's the what question. Level 4 is what. That person is getting mentored or coached. So for example, if you're in this level, you probably are asking, what's next? Or what's that about? Or what is the meaning of that question? What? They keep asking what. I love the what question because what's next gives me a lot of opportunity to enroll them into other things that I have or to clarify things that are very unclear to them and fuzzy. You know, fuzzy targets never get hit. So when they keep asking what do I have to do, right? What is this all about? The what question I love because people are paying us more money and they're getting coached and mentored, okay? What are my responsibilities? That's level 4.
That's amazing, Alex. What's the question we get at the level 5?
Now level 5. The question for level 5 is why? Why are you doing that? And the reason it's level 5 is why is because this is called done for you. This is where you're doing all the work for them. These are where people pay me, in some cases, close to $100,000. And they're asking why. So why did you just do that? Alex, why are you teaching me these 6 levels? I'm doing this for you right now, right? But if I do it for you, that means I'm writing the copy or the written sales letter for you. That means I'm doing the website for you. That means I'm doing all the outsourcing. So you want to ask, why is it that way? Why is that roadmap look this way? Why am I making so much money? Why? That's the why question. Now, are these perfect questions for each level? No, of course not. They're tendencies. But I like to work with tendencies because this is the way nature works. It's a tendency. And so the majority of the time it seems to work. So the done for you question, level 5, is why.
That's a fabulous. Here we go with the last one, the most important one. What's the question we get at the level 6?
Level 6 is, for me, the highest level. And that's where people come into a mastermind. This can be a $250,000 proposition, US dollars. And it's worth every penny because the question that people ask here is who? Who else is in the mastermind? Who do I need to joint venture with? Who is my best supplier? Who could be my next vice president? Who is going to be my CEO? Who is going to be my board of directors? These are the highest level people. If I'm speaking to you right now, and Mohammed Sadiq has brought you to me, I'm just guessing that you're asking, who is this guy, Alex? And if you're asking that question, then you're at level 6, and I can't wait to meet you because you are at the mastermind level. It will cost you the most money, but we don't call that cost because you're sinking that into an investment. When I give you an idea and a concept, that idea now is yours, and we both have it. But when you give money for something, that money's gone if you're sinking it into something that doesn't appreciate. Ideas appreciate, and many costs don't. So we call an idea an investment, and a mastermind is an investment, a collective investment with the collective consciousness of the entire team. See, the key to a mastermind at level 6 is not who is running it. It's who else is involved. And that question, who, comes up a lot. When I hear who, I'm very excited. So level 6 is who, level 5 is why, level 4 is what, level 3 is how, level 2, when, be careful of the when people, and level 1 is where.
Thank you so much, Alex, for your time. I really appreciate that. Now you have explained the funnel to us and we understand that now. I want a bonus tip from you. How Warren Buffett buys the company? What's the principle he look at that? Warren Buffett is the most successful person in the world when it comes to investing. As you said, everything is a funnel business. Where he stands in a funnel and how he buys the company. Go for it.
Now, when Warren Buffett buys a company, he never asks, where am I going to put the money? He already knows. He never asks, when am I going to invest more resources for it? He already knows. He never asks, how am I going to run it? Because he's not running it. He never asks, what do I have to do next? Because he's not the one who's deciding that. And he never asks the question, why did I buy it? Because he already knows that. He asks the question, who is going to run this company for me? Warren Buffett only buys companies that are world-class and are run by very powerful and very meaningful and very purpose-driven people. And the first company he ever invested in was on an errand that he was sent by his mentor, Benjamin Graham. And Benjamin Graham, in Warren Buffett's opinion, wrote the best investment book of all time. And Warren Buffett was at Columbia University in New York City in the Upper West Side. And Benjamin Graham sent him to this little company that was selling insurance by mail order, through the mail. They were a marketing company masquerading, looking like an insurance company. Now, this insurance company is still around, but the very first investment that Warren Buffett invested in was a company called Geico, G-E-I-C-O, very well known here in the United States. And he has never gotten involved with management. He's never asked, where are we going next? He has never asked, when are we going to get paid dividends? He's never asked, how are we going to run the company? He's never asked, what product line are we going to add next? He's never asked, why did we just do that quarter or that month or that year? He always asks, who is running my company? And then that who answers to him. So if the world's most successful investor, a billionaire, Warren Buffett, asks the question who, then it's good enough for you.
Did you learn anything from Alex? I have no idea about you, but I learned a lot. We all need to be at level 6 at who else is involved in that one. So what we are doing is myself, Mohammed Siddiq, and Alex Mandozi and his team, we are putting a mastermind together. There will be only 12 people. How many? 12. 5, and 2. 12 people in that group, and we will have a mastermind, Dubai, Australia, and the United States. Only 12 people, top of the top people who only want to know who else is involved and in that group. In case you are interested, there's a link. Click on the link, fill up the application, and then we will talk. One more thing, in case you know of someone who might be interested in this, please forward this video to them. Thank you so much for your help. This is Mohammed Siddiq signing off from Atlanta, Georgia, wishing you good luck, good sales, and I do have a path across again, another amazing